Hello, everybody. Joe Bacon Donuts here, and welcome back to another episode of White Album Memories Like Falling Snow. Where last time, went to go see Yuki's concert, and then Rina kind of told us, brother's kind of macking on your girl, kind of fucked up. You shouldn't let him do that. So yeah, and she's gonna be out of town doing your big week-long concert tour thing. So in the meantime, while our girlfriend's friend is away and our real girlfriend is busy with work, we're just gonna stay at home in our room for a week straight until our girlfriend's friend gets back, and then we can go flirt with her some more. Just normal things to do when when something. I don't know what I was gonna say. It completely slipped my mind. Anyway, hi, hello, how are you guys doing? It's been a couple days. It's been a complicated, busy week that has not made it very conducive to recording. But now I'm finally able to get around to recording, so that's good. That's great. I'm happy I can do that. That I can record this for you right now. Oh. As you can see, I'm tired today. My schedule got switched around this week because one of the guys I worked with, he had something come up short notice and he had to take leave, so I had to fill in. But the thing is, he's on a different shift. So in the middle of my work week, I had to just work a completely different shift. So now my circadian rhythm is all fucked up. Like, it's like 2 p.m. and I'm about to go to bed. But I won't. I gotta force myself to stay up because I'm going back to a regular day shift schedule after this week. So yeah, that's where I am right now. To be perfectly honest, it's not great. Not the best. On the bright side, I do have a lovely pot of coffee right next to me that I will have a sip from. Not from the pot, from the cup I have next to my pot. I'm not that much of a heathen that I'll just pick up the entire pot and, like, put my mouth on the spout and just sip out of it. Like, things would have to be really fucking dire for me to get to that point. But, yeah. Let's just continue our stay-at-home journey, and maybe we'll get a phone call at some point being like, hey, go do an event. But probably not. Yeah, it just seems like we're just staying home ad infinitum till past the New Year's. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Besides my schedule switching around and me having to work weird days on Monday, breaking down events. Tuesday was a day that I was also supposed to record, but I didn't. That's because I had class assignments to do that I had forgotten to do because of the previous schedule shenanigans that happened last week. That it just completely slipped my mind, and I did all my assignments the day before they were due. And of course, whatever server the school's website is on was shitting the bed. It was terrible. I had to take... It was only a 10-question quiz. It took damn near an hour to do it. Like, I completed it. I finished the questions in like 2.5 minutes. But before the system had registered that I had clicked the buttons, it took like over 10 minutes per question. Terrible. What are we giving up on? Yuki's got to work. Being in especially fragile state of mind, my thoughts quickly turn to things best left alone. What should I do? Auto give up. Because we don't have enough Yuki points or something. Even if I do go outside, I'll just be surrounded by other people wandering aimlessly with nothing to do. Exactly my idea of a great time. slump back down on my bed again. That's right. Could always just go back to sleep since I'm already here. The new year will come whether I'm awake or asleep. The sun will rise to greet the new day. Oh, may as well sleep. Coming. Not expecting any visitors for the foreseeable future, I decided to take a nap. The moment I closed my eyes, there's a knock at the door. Actually, that was a doorbell ringing, not someone knocking at the door. It's like some law of the universe. I slowly forced myself out of bed. It is? I politely answered the unfamiliar and ridiculously polite voice as I opened the door. Oh. Standing in front of my door is the last person I'd ever expect to be here. Completely out of place. Evening. I paired her greeting in a stupefied daze. Wait, what are you doing here? Oh, I've read that. That line reading was bad. Oh, I'm gonna kill myself. That's not what I meant. I don't have company or anything. That's not important. She looks at me, puzzled. You're the one with the busy schedule, not me. Oh yeah, that's right. Last time Yuki and Yuyoi came, so now it's Rina this time. I guess so. No, that makes total sense. It's not weird at all. No, it's incredibly weird. Okay, but why are you specifically here? You know your tour crew usually celebrate the end of a tour with an after party? That still doesn't explain why you're here. Aha! You came to see me. Why? I find myself suddenly in panic mode. Why would the Rina Ogata stop to see me of all people on the way home from your tour? Is this really happening? Or is this simply a fragment of a midwinter's night's dream? Oh, that was hard to say. If it is a dream, and I really wish I could have waited. It could have waited until tomorrow. This would have been a great way to start the new year. I mean, it really shouldn't be that strange. You know, you spent a lot of time with her, and she is, like, your friend at this point. You know, you've even gone over with her that you are crossed the threshold into being, like, work acquaintances and, like, relationship acquaintances, like, tertiarily acquainted to being actually friends. So, is it really appropriate for her to swing by when you're, you got a girlfriend? Probably not, but that girlfriend is also her friend, so it's complicated. I am. How'd what go? I asked quietly, trying to keep myself from waking up. Things got pretty blustery. Yeah. What does she sound so shocked? Snow really started coming down after her show. It was on the 24th, right? I'm not sure what you mean by why, but I guess it's because it was cold? Okay, you kind of talk past each other here a little bit. Oh, I get it now. Rina has no idea what happened on the 24th since she was out of the province. Probably in Shinkoku or Kyushu at the time. It was really pretty, actually. Sorry. I guess it sounded like I was bragging. Your brother? I chuckled lightly. No matter how much of a genius he might be regarding musical composition, I don't think he can control the weather. That should be obvious by looking at her, right? Don't worry. The whole thing blew over relatively quickly. Yeah, the sun came out the next day. Before I can finish talking, expression of exasperated anger appears on her face.
雪の話なんかしていないわよ。雪よ。スノーじゃなくて森川雪。東也くんの大好きな。
Oh. Well, don't I feel dumb? That was quite the misunderstanding.
もうなんだか雪と話しているみたい。
It's like how dogs take after their owner. She then glares at me, clearly annoyed.
スノーじゃない方でね。
Oh, sorry. Both Yuki and I can be a little dense at times.
で、どうだったの？
What? Oh, right. You mean with her concert? If I'm not careful, I'll end up pissing her off for real. If we're gonna stand around and talk, how about we go inside? It'll be warmer.
それもいいけれど、今日はすぐに行かなきゃいけないの。お部屋は今度ね。
Oh, well, it's your first time over here, so at least have some tea or something. Noticing how flustered she is, it begins to dawn on me how she might have misinterpreted my invitation. I didn't mean it like that. It's pretty cold out here, and I figured we'd be more comfortable somewhere warmer. However, she's ignoring my agitated fumbling, her cell phone pressed against her cheek. I wonder if it's because she's used to dealing with Yuki all the time.
リナです。今は？そうですか。それじゃあ駅、伊吹町駅が分かりやすいと思うから、そこでお願いします。
With that, she hangs up. Who's that?
マネージャーさん。用事が済んだら、私を迎えに来てくれるように。
Oh, your new manager.
駅まで歩きましょう、東也くん。
Sure. Is that a really good idea? Or being seen walking with me, I mean.
どうせ東也くんもどこか行くところだったんでしょ？それとも誰かと約束？
No. What kind of guy do you take me for? You know, an emotionally manipulatable, like man-slut, but that's beside the point. There's no way I'm gonna turn down a walk with Rina to lounge around at home.
じゃあ、行きましょう。その間にお話ししてね。
About? Oh, wait, about Yuki. Right, got it. In his defense, he did literally just wake up, so just gotta get the engine warmed up, in his head. As we walk towards the station, I tell her a little about what happened that night following her concert.
なんだか、東也くんに大変なことさせちゃっていたみたいね、私。
She says after listening to my story, sighing in exasperation.
何も、兄さんになんて付き合ってあげなくともよかったのに。彼、人がムキになったり慌てたりするのを見て、喜んでいるみたいな。
Yeah, he likes stirring the pot, huh? But, as annoying as he is, I do feel a kind of kinship with him for that. I also like flustering people. It's fun. Were you watching or something? I try to crack a joke to cover up how annoyed I am about age in general. Chuckling awkwardly, I glance over the entrance to the station. Clogged with crowds coming and going, probably to various shrines for New Year's. We observe from behind a nearby tree, almost like we're spying on the scene. I'd been talking non-stop since we left my apartment, to the point where I'd almost forgotten my conversation partner was the Rina Ogata. It's like I've been transported back in time and I'm with a friend about to play a prank on someone. I am kind of shameless sometimes. I find myself chuckling quietly so she doesn't hear me. Having come to know her well enough, I realize she's basically a normal girl, just a bit different. Once we step out from the shadow of the tree, the other side of her persona will as well. As soon as one person recognizes her, she'll be that Rina Ogata. It's kind of a strange feeling, like looking in on a group of people from the outside.
せっかくクリスマスだったのに、私が取り上げちゃったみたいね。
She speaks up suddenly, chuckling almost sadly. That's not true. I'd say we experience our own form of Christmas. But before I can say anything,
見て。
she says, looking up towards the top of the tree. Yeah, their big, weird, totally Douglas fir Christmas tree. 100%. Yeah. That totally grows like that, because that's how those trees work. Snow. Barely perceptible, but it's there, falling down towards us. The tree we're standing under, well, it was a Christmas tree until recently. All the decorations have long since been taken down, leaving only strings of light currently twinkling high above our heads.
まだクリスマスみたい。
She murmurs quietly. Come to think of it, she spent Christmas working. Exactly the same as last year, most likely. There's a joke about Santa Claus not being able to enjoy Christmas since he has to work all night, and in that sense, she's just like him. Those fans who came out to watch her perform were gifted her glowing, beautiful voice before they returned home to their own individual Christmases. But the star of the show, Santa Claus himself, has to move on to the next celebration. He hasn't gotten time to light candles or enjoy the festivities or the joy of the holiday season. No matter how much he's hyped up, at the end of the day, he's nothing more than an ornament of sorts, garnishing the Christmas cheer. Just like how idols are nothing more than ornaments on the tree that is the entertainment industry.
どうかした？困った顔しているわよ。
She speaks up softly. The flickering Christmas lights reflect off our breath, which hangs in the air like white clouds, imbuing them with a mysterious yellow glow. Enveloped in a golden haze, Rina looks almost angelic. Never mind, it's nothing. She looks like an angel, but she's an ordinary girl. She may perform on stages nationwide, have her image captured on film from the glow of the spotlight, or engage in covert war with her brother like in a spy film. And yet, behind all that is a normal girl, sad about missing out on Christmas once again. I have not celebrated a proper Christmas in almost a decade. I am always at work. Every Christmas and New Year, I am at work. I have brought in the New Year multiple times in some fucking dumbass maintenance panel, fiddling with wires and, like, connection points for plugs. Feels great. It's great every time that time of the year rolls around. Totally. It does feel like Christmas. I answer her, parroting her words back. As she smiles softly, a shimmering cloud escapes her lips. The twinkling Christmas lights seamlessly blend with the constellations glowing across the cold winter sky. The next thing I know, we're looking into each other's eyes, practically on top of each other. Ooh, how scandalous. Whoa, hey, going right to it, huh? Oh, no time and place? Just, all right, guess the vibe was right. Before I can say anything else, we're suddenly kissing. Lips feel as soft and light as a real angel's, brushing mine briefly before pressing against them even more firmly. We embrace, the trunk of the tree hiding us from view. We're illuminated by the twinkling Christmas lights, enveloped in the evanescent, beautiful golden glow. Wrapped in the remnants of Christmas, our lips pressed together. Yeah, hey. That just made things way more complicated, huh? She slowly pulls back, blushing slightly.
ごめんなさい。日本だとキスはスキャンダルの印だもんね。まだ。
Yeah, this ain't Europe. You can't just play that off.
だからこんな風に。
All we did was kiss, and yet my heart's pounding so hard I'm afraid it might burst. I'm so hyper-focused on the moment that everyone else feels like background noise.
もう迎えが来ちゃったみたい。じゃあ私行くわね。
Sure. I murmur quietly, as if in a dream.
よかったらまた会いましょう。テレビ局とかでまた一緒にお仕事できたらいいわね。
Yeah, just let's hang out behind this tree again sometimes, yeah? Right. It might be forced, but at least I can still make her smile.
雪、あっとい んじゃったね。
For the briefest of moments, I cradled her warmth in my arms. Not that of the girl from the TV screen, but the actual one. The side of her practically no one knows.
それじゃ
She waves before heading to her manager's car, and in that smile, I can't help but see Yuki's face. Oh,
これからもユキをしっかりと捕まえておかなきゃダメだからね。
she says before getting inside the car. Can't tell whether it was a coincidence or if she read my mind. Catch a glimpse of her profile, looking sad. I can see her laughing inside the car, but with the window closed, I can't hear anything. Slightly plump lady in the driver's seat, that's her new manager, nods in my direction as if in thanks before pulling away from the curb. I watch the small taillights on the back of the car vanish into the night. Then I head straight back home. Along the way, I hear bells ring out, signaling the start of the new year. Not sure how long this has been going on. Get pulled into someone else's life? Did I pull them into mine? Or is there a mysterious third option? All I know for sure is where I am right now. I'm on this side of the paradise, along with Yuki, Rina, and Eiji. Did I read that right? In this paradise, on this side? I can't even... Can I, scroll back a little? Once we get the text box here. Yeah, on this side of paradise. Okay, yeah, I did read that right. Where should we go? It's the second? That's the TV station. To go see Rina and be like, hey, about that thing? Like, it'd be great if we could just both pretend it didn't happen, but, we really do need to have a discussion about what the fuck that was, huh? Ain't gonna be easy, but more or less.
ちょうどよかった。こっちはもういいからさ、向こうのチームの手伝い行ってくれない？人手足りてないっぽいからさ。
Huh? Sure. And here I thought I'd have an easy day. I end up going out to a location shoot. Hang on a second. Whose shoot am I helping out with?
あら、どうやくん？
Rina! Right. This studio is where Rina records most of her music.
今日はここでお仕事？
Yeah, they sent me over kind of last minute.
そうなんだ。頑張りましょう。
Yup. When she smiles at me like that, it reminds me of what happened the other day, and I'm left feeling incredibly embarrassed. At night, when we were enveloped in lights under that tree.
とにかく一生懸命やっていきましょう。
Yup. But, hey, Rina,
何も言わないで。
she says, laughing cheerfully.
今日は今日のお仕事をしましょう。
Yeah, don't make things more complicated than it has to be. Okay. Stay positive and do the best you can to get the day's work done. And like that, the past will disappear. I'm not sure whether I want to say something, make excuses, or apologize. Completely at a loss, I find myself at a standstill with no idea what to do. Rino Gata stepped into my timeline. Even if only for a moment. It feels almost like a dream. Am I just supposed to let the days since then pass me by? I've become greedy without realizing it was happening. Till recently, I never even considered a future with her in the realm of possibility. Besides, I already have a girlfriend, the Yuki Morikawa. I've only just stepped onto the other side of paradise. With all that in mind, I'm still not convinced that it's even remotely possible, and yet...
さあ、どうやくん、そろそろよ。
I snap to when Rina, who's currently on standby, calls my name once more.
今日はまだリハーサルなんだけれど、どうやくんも聞いた感想を言ってね。
About what?
新曲の。
What? I'm blown away.
だからリハーサルだってば。
She laughs, clearly amused by my reaction.
それでも私の気持ちが込められているんだから、ちゃんと聞いてね。
Of course.
それにそんなに深く考えてくれなくたって私いいから
What? However, just as I look over at her,
さあ頑張りましょう
really, is it a song about, oh, you know, love that I can't have, da 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 da, I'm such a bad person, da 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 da, I'm bad for having these feelings and I know I shouldn't, but I have them anyway, da 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 da. Good song, Rina. That perfect smile on her face, she resumes her standby position. I have no idea how Rina feels about anything. Maybe I'm a little scared to find out. Maybe I'm afraid of seeing myself carried away by her whimsical nature. Maybe it's the exact opposite. But she sings from a place where her feelings are simply unreachable. They always have been. That's probably how they still are, which is why she looks as beautiful as she does, standing there amidst the lights and smoke. That's the result of abandoning your emotions. And then the music begins to play. I just realized my cursor was on the screen this entire time. Sorry, Rina. I would be analyzing your lyrics, but my grasp of Japanese isn't good enough to keep up with this. I wonder if I can pull up, find some lyrics. White's album 1, Rina. No, not Brina. Who's Brina? Rina song lyrics? No, it's just giving me fucking the Beatles. This is like anime stuff. Opening song, image song. Oh, this is from like the anime. Character songs. Ugh. Fuck, I don't even know what the title of that song was. Well, shit. Yeah. Yeah, I got no idea. Whatever. Maybe he'll just tell us. If not, I can go on a little internet deep dive and we can go over it next episode. After singing through the song several times, we record several takes for a demo tape. And watch for a while, impressed by her stamina and endurance.
お疲れ様、東也くん
She steps down from the stage, and then somehow has the energy to bounce over to me. Same to you, Rina.
どうだった
It was amazing.
すごかったって
She burst into delighted laughter once more. I guess what she just did wasn't actually that hard for a pro like her. Not like I know much when it comes to the technical side of showbiz.
ごめんなさい、笑っちゃって東也くん、すごく率直なこと言うんだもの
I guess so. I'm not really sure what else to say after watching a performance like that.
ユキがよくそんなこと言ってくれるけれどなんだか一番嬉しい感想かな
Yeah? I can tell she means it by that huge smile on her face.
その素直なところがアイドル尾形里奈の疲弊した心を和ませるわけだ。
Mm-hmm. Huh?
兄さん
よ、
Hey. Oh, AG. When did he get here?
ちょっと兄さん東也くんは私とお話ししているのよ横から口を挟まないで
いいじゃないちょっとくらい。俺だって藤井君と話したいんだ。
Oh, yeah?
今は私が東也くんに今の感想を聞いているところなの邪魔
ケチ。
As she always is. Oh god, caught in the middle of another fight. Yeah, put your guard up. You never know when a straight punch might catch you this time. They both sound incredibly childish, and yet their personalities are on two entirely different levels.
そんなに東也くんとお話ししたいんだったら ちゃんと私の後ろに並んだらいいでしょ。
Yeah, you can flirt with him after I'm done. She might even have aging me when it comes to kid logic.
そりゃ構わないが、リナ、そろそろ次行かないとまずいんじゃない
分かっているわよ。じゃあ、どうやくん、続きは今度聞かせてね。
Sure, bye. Oh, sure.
兄さん、変なことも言うけど、聞いちゃダメよ。
Sure.
変なこと言ってないで早く行けよ。
分かったわよ。どうやくん、それじゃ。
You know, if I was feeling real nice, I could even go in into post once I find, you know, what song that was and find the lyrics and, you know, put some like hard subs on it and edit it into the video. I might do that. It wouldn't be that hard in all honesty. That's something that's pretty easy to do in Premiere. But that all depends on if I'm able to find the lyrics. And if I am, well, then the thing I'll say after the song and when it was playing will make no sense whatsoever. I might even throw in a little post recording, you know, lyrical analysis kind of thing. But if I don't, sorry. Guess it means I was unsuccessful in finding lyrics. Wah wah.
やっと言った。
He says, clearly amused.
珍しいことだな。
Huh?
やっぱり気づいてなかったか。
Chuckles dryly.
ちょっとは自覚しなきゃな。局内でもリナを素で笑わすやつって有名なんだぜ、青年。
I don't know about that. I'm already kind of aware.
辛い立場になったな。
What?
どうする？
Do about what?
無論、あれに負けないクオリティで、ユキちゃんにも曲書くけどな。
I get it now. Yuki is in direct competition with Rina. Same Rina who had to leave so many things behind to get here. Who's also participating in the music festival. With that in mind, which girl will I end up rooting for? Yuki or Rina?
今はまだいいか。どうだったリナの歌は。って、それはもう聞いたか。
What, about the song? Yeah, it's pretty good.
嬉しい感想だ。
What? Huh? Knock it off. Is he picking on me?
いや、
Kinda.
そうだ。実際、細かすぎる分析は嬉しくないしな、
Uh-huh.
俺。何よりも、リナは一番嬉しかったろうな。
I did?
そんな印象の部分しか言われなかったってのは。
Sorry. I have no idea what else to say.
いや、悪くはない。分析と賛辞の中で、あれはもう疲れ切ってるからな。
Yeah, you're not a real critic, so, you know. What does the honest Joe on the street think when he hears this song? Not what is, you know, the fucking music critic YouTube community think when they fucking hear a song. Two completely different, you know. I was about to say niches, but one isn't a niche. The little fucking music critic, that's a niche. Everyone else, that's general population, you know. That's literally not a niche. It's the macro group. By she, I'm assuming he means Rina.
まあいい。
Eiji suddenly gets to his feet despite us still being in the middle of a conversation.
藤井君も仕事が
I'm
な
gonna
くて
assume he was sitting in a chair and you guys aren't just like sitting crisscross applesauce on the floor, yeah? Right. I also stand up.
いい返事だ。それじゃな。
He gives me a slap on the back before heading off to destinations unknown. I'm just gonna assume, because it's funnier this way, that they were just sitting on the floor. A tension between us. I wasn't just imagining it. Felt like I was being dragged along by a river current, unable to break free. I worked well into the evening before heading home. I started distractedly humming Rina's new song on the way back, but we stopped when I realized it hadn't even been announced yet. The third, that's stay-at-home day. Yep, take it easy, bud. Because next, we're going to talk to Rina again. Yep, working as an AD. Go over to the TV station.
どうやくん
Oh, Rina.
おはよう
Greets me with a smile. Hello. Always so nice to see her. I think this one's just small talk. Yeah. Think we'll get any more snow this year?
うん
Not thinking back, it snowed that day. We shared a kiss underneath that big tree.
また降るといいのにね
Yeah. That falling snow will always remind me of that special moment we shared. Though it's still a little hard for me to wrap my head around. What exactly is going on between us?
また降るといいね
Yeah, read between the lines, bud. She repeats herself, almost word for word, quietly murmuring under her breath. You want to, like, go into the broom closet? Now, I hear there's snow falling in there. It might just be asbestos coming off from the insulated pipes, but, you know. What's the difference? Stay at home. Now we're in our stay-at-home arc, where we stay at home for, like, a week and a half straight. Makes it nice and easy for me, because I don't really have to read any lines, but it also makes it hard because I have to try to fill this void of nothingness. Because there's no commentary to chew on, no scenes to analyze. It is just staying at home. Oh, God. I wonder if I've been having too much caffeine lately. I've been starting to get, like, twitching on the side of my head. You know, like, where the jaw muscle kind of goes up your temple to, like, the, you know, the top of your head where it, like, is, like, anchored to. Like, that muscle on the temple will just start kind of, like, twitching. I probably have, like, rabies or something. I do have squirrels that live in my ceiling, so I wouldn't be surprised if one, like, snuck down in the middle of the night and bit me. But instead of, like, turning into Spider-Man or something, you know, Squirrel Man, I just get rabies and I'm gonna die. They're noisy, too. Fortunately, they haven't been as bad this year since the neighbor alongside my fence cut down his tree. Because they used to just use that to jump onto my roof. So right now, I don't even know how to get onto my roof, to be perfectly honest. I think they just run along the power line and then, you know, jump. But I'll hear their little claws on the other side of the plaster of my roof. Well, in the roof on my ceiling. And if I'm really unlucky, two of them will start fighting or something in there, and they just, like, squawk really loudly. Which, fortunately, this year it hasn't been much of an issue, but in previous years, I've had to get up in the middle of the night and just, like, bang on my ceiling, like, and, like, yell at the squirrels to shut the fuck up. I've even gone so far as to take my trumpet and put it right up against the ceiling and just start blasting. You know, and hopefully my neighbors, well, don't hear it and be like, "What the fuck? You doing, like, ska practice at 3 a.m.? Okay, go off, King." Oh, I get dizzy as soon as I entered my apartment. Probably because you haven't done anything in 5, 6, 7 days. Got, like, a blood clot. I'm a damn mess. Passing out as soon as I step through the door. I managed to drag myself into bed, but it's pretty rough. At any rate, I should go to sleep and hopefully feel better in the morning. Good night. It's morning, and I still feel like crap. I don't feel better at all. Guess I'll take the day off to rest. Is that the phone? Who'd be calling at this hour? Yes, this is Fuji speaking.
夜分 遅くに失礼いたします。私、森川と申し
Oh,
ますけど。
our girlfriend. Okay, I see. Oh, hey Yuki. Something wrong?
やっぱり東也くんどうしたのって。
I hear her hesitate, seemingly puzzled about something.
なんだかすごく元気ない子なんだもの。
Huh? Oh. Now, there's no way of telling her I passed out in my apartment. Probably because I don't want her to worry. But mostly because of how dorky that sounds.
まさか寝込んでる？
Yeah, it's just post-nasal drip. Oh, she's always so observant.
もう東也くん無理しちゃダメだよって私。
To be fair, he wasn't. He was literally doing nothing. And that's the problem. I know. No way of getting anything past her.
大丈夫なの東也くん？熱とか出したりしてな
I
い？
mean, he probably does. I said I'm fine.
本当に気をつけて。東也くん時々すごく無茶するから。
And then she's gonna go vent to Rina at work tomorrow. Then Rina will come to her apartment. Yada, yada, yada. I see how this is going. I know. I don't think how I'm feeling is my fault for once. But either way, I still don't want her worrying about me any more than she already is. Really don't have to worry. I promise I'm fine. It's not that big of a
ダ
deal.
メだよ。もっと気をつけなきゃ。東也くんが倒れても私何もしてあげられないんだから。
Yuki? She's already fallen into a sad silence. Yuki, you don't have to... Look, I promise I'm okay. I'm fine, but I promise I'll take better care of myself, alright?
うん。
I can tell she's nodding.
ごめんね。何もしてあげられないのに。こんな時に電話しちゃって。
Yeah, it would actually be better if you hung up so I can go back to sleep.
ただ、東也くんとお話ししたいなって思っただけだったんだけど。
It's like that sometimes when I work night shift, you know, like my sister or something would call just to talk, just to yap my ear off because her husband was like busy at work and he was picking up the phone. And my mom was ignoring her because, you know, she was at work and didn't want to talk to her either. So she'd eventually just call me to yap. And I'm like, yep. You know, it's like the middle of the night for me. It might be like 1 a.m., but that's the equivalent of calling someone at 2 a.m. just to talk. I'd be lying in bed like, yeah? Wow, that's crazy. Uh-huh. For like an hour, and then be like, okay, I'm going to bed now. Bye. Anyway, what were you just saying? Oh, yeah. Yeah? I'm glad you called. Hearing your voice always cheers me up. I hear her chuckle on the other end of the line.
でも無理しないこと。ゆっくり休んでね。
I will.
じゃあ、あんまり長電話も悪いから、おやすみなさい。
Yep. Good night. And she hangs up. Okay. I'll take it easy for a bit longer. Oh my god. Yes, this is Fuji speaking.
夜分遅くに大変申し訳ございません。藤井東也様のお宅でございますか？
Yes, this is him.
お休みだったでしょうか？
No. This beautiful voice sounds familiar. Is that you, Rina?
ごめんなさい、こんな時間に。大丈夫なの？
What do you mean?
今日、ユキに聞いたの。
Kinda. Oh, this is embarrassing. You don't have to go around telling people everything about me, Yuki.
ユキ言っていたわよ。東也くんって時々すごく無理をするから心配だって。
Yeah, pushed himself so hard by staying at home for a week straight. In fact, you should be worried about him, like, you know, just withering away, you know, wasting into nothingness at home, doing nothing. I guess I do that. Yuki really tell her that? God, Yuki. Why?
東也くん見ていて、私もそんな感じはしていたけれど。
Yeah?
でも、本当に体に負担のかかるような無理だけはやめてね。
Of course. It's an incredibly kind gesture, but it makes her sound so much older than she really is.
本当だったら、直接にお見舞いに行きたいところなんだけれど。とにかく、あんまりユキに心配をかけるようなことをしちゃダメだからね。
Roger. This is really sweet of you, Rina.
そうかしら。
She chuckles, her voice subdued.
とにかく ゆっくり休んで早く回復させること。音楽を聴いたり本を読んだりなんかしちゃダメよ。
At least watch TV or something. And really, can't even listen to music? Ugh, you'd be like the strictest parent in the world. That was awful. I'd be homesick from school as a kid, and it's like I just want to like play PlayStation or something, you know, like from bed. It's like it's not like I'm even gonna enjoy it that much. It's just to do something. My mom would be like, "No, you're sick. You're home from school. You can't be fucking playing games." And like, like come on. All right, will do. Or well, how sick does she think I am?
いけない。長くなって辛いわよね。じゃあ、私
Oh,
もそろそろお仕
cursor
事に戻
stuck
らな
back
く
on
ちゃ
the
いけない
screen.
か
Let
ら
me go into my settings and turn that off. Yeah, you're just gonna have to deal with that for a little bit. Properties, capture cursor. No, it's because I switched to a new recording source for in OBS. It used to just be window capture, but then I set it to game captures. That way it can specifically capture only White Album, because every time I switch between my Utawai the words Utawai do mono, there we go, scene and the White Album scene, they're both on window capture, but I have to manually switch it back between each one every single time. But with game capture, I should be able to just only have to worry about, you know, nothing really, because it should just automatically capture the game when it turns on. Anyway, that was a little OBS, my recording setup information you just learned there. Wow, fantastic. What are we doing? Yep. Huh? Calling from work? Instead of answering me, she just laughs in response.
それじゃあお大事に。
And she hangs up. Can't believe Rina called me from work to see how I was doing. Even just from hearing her voice, I feel a little better. This morning, feeling a lot better. Maybe thanks to those phone calls I got last night. Need to be sure to thank Yuki and Rina. Is that it? Is that all I'm getting? Wow, you did a great job. Your sick visit, Rina, where you didn't even visit, you just gave us a phone call. Great job. Anyway, 13th. Well, technically the day started at midnight, which was that scene we just did. So now we just stay home again forever. Until like the 19th. You know, we're still recovering. We're gonna take it easy. Do a whole lot of nothing. We could go see, you know, our real girlfriend Yuki, for some non-scenes, because we're in that part of the game where it's like, oh, she's just so busy. You go and see her, and it's like, oh, gotta go, bye. But instead, we're just gonna hang out at home. Sorry, Mana. We forget you exist. Tell your parents thanks for giving us money. Uh, 17th. 2 more days. 2 more days. Gotta get to the 19th. It's like, all right, bud. I think you've sat at home recovering enough from your little bout of illness. But you have to, like, actually go to work now. All right. There we go. Go to Echoes. Welcome.
トウヤくん、やっぱりここにいた。
Oh, it's you. Oh, Yuki. As soon as she spots me, she immediately walks over, clearly delighted to see me. Lately, I've only been able to see her when I'm working. Probably made me cherish the time we get together more.
ここに来ると、トウヤくんとお話できるからね。
Stop being ridiculous. Sounds like a line a protagonist of a love story would say, which makes me embarrassed. Go on, take a seat. You must be tired, right?
ううん、大丈夫だよ。大丈夫でも座りなさいよ。いいから。
An unexpected voice from behind her startles her.
なた
Hey, the girl we actually
コ
wanted to
ー
see.
ヒーを飲むわけ
I mean, if it's like an espresso place, yeah, kind of. It's kind of like a standing bar. You get your espresso shot, you throw it back, and then you go, "Ugh, thanks, and then you leave. At least that's how it is sometimes at the ones I go to. I don't really go to them often, but the ones I have been to, I should say. Like, there is, like, sitting stools if you're, like, get, like, an Americano or something, like something to sip on, you know, like a latte, but if you're just getting a shot of espresso, it's like, here's the cup, throw it back, here's your cup back, bye, and then you leave.
リナちゃんもう自分だけ早々とトウヤくんのところに行っちゃうんだから
You can tell she's teasing Yuki, but there's a note of exasperation in her voice.
そんなんじゃなくて
Embarrassed, we both speak up at the same time.
いいから早く座りなさいよね
Oh, is that like a double line read? Yeah. I didn't see the Toya there. Shut up, Rina.
う
Rina's completely done with the situation, and Yuki is utterly mortified. There she goes, acting like a kid in public again. So, you came here together, huh? I say once the two of them sit down at the bar.
ん弥生さんも一緒なんだけど遅いね
Probably wrapped her car around a telephone pole.
そうねユキあなた何か車の中に忘れ物でもしたんじゃないのそうかも
She suddenly jumps to her feet.
ごめんなさいちょっと見てくる
And with that, Yuki dashes outside.
ちょっと待ちなさいよ
And now we're finally alone. It's too late. She's gone.
忘れ物って何を忘れるつもりなのよ
Oh, Yuki.
どうやくんも大変ね
Well, we really don't deal with much because we don't even see her anymore. It's no big deal. I'm used to it. All I can do is laugh awkwardly. She is a pretty big airhead, but I don't think it's my place to badmouth her. From Rina's expression or exasperation, I get the feeling Yuki does this kind of stuff around her a lot. But maybe I'm just reading too much into it.
優しい彼氏
I'm not sure I'd go that far. There's nothing to do with sweetness. More than I'm just used to that part of her personality. I see you were able to escape the studio today. I say you're trying to change the topic.
そうねまあ兄さんのところにいてもよかったんだけれど
Ugh,
なん
ew.
だか作曲の方で考え込んでいるみたいで
I see. It's a side of him I've yet to see, despite knowing he's a composer.
最近おか
Sounds
しいの
annoying.
ピリピリしているのがわかるもの二人だけの時なんか特に
Yeah? Bit of a strained relationship going on? I'm sure that kind of stuff happens sometimes. At least, that's the image I have of a composer and lyricist? Lyricist? I actually can't remember, how to pronounce that word. Anyway, someone who writes lyrics. They tend to be sensitive and high-strung.
今までこんなことはなかったのあったのかもしれないけれど私がはっきりわかるくらいになんてことはなかったもの
Her expression suddenly darkens.
兄さん全然優しくなくなっちゃった
Like, how dare you compete against his Yuki? Grrr. What?
あなんでもないわよ
Do we gotta, like, go break your brother's legs with hammers?
でも大丈夫今のところ兄さん何もしてないから
Not yet. Her beautiful smile reappears and she changes the topic. Not yet.
もうユキのこと
Oh, right.
さすがに兄さんも仕事が忙しいのと私に見張られてるのとで好き勝手できないみたいね
Yeah. All I can see is a brother-sister spat of massive proportions. I don't really think Eiji's going to, do something to Yuki, right? She falls into a miserable silence. What should I say to her? I guess it's possible, knowing him. No, you're... Like, realistically, yes, that's the one that is true and accurate. And and you probably should say, but we're playing the game of make the girl happy, so I have a feeling you're overthinking this, Rina.
Eh?
Suddenly looks up at me, surprised. I mean, if Eiji really did, fall in love with her, and then kept bringing her to a studio, it's just, I don't think he's that type of guy.
のんきなものね。
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I am. But I believe that Yuki would never do anything that's shady. I want to believe that more than anything. Besides, if you start doubting someone, you can easily grow out of control. All you do is bring about your own worst ending. That's the thing I'm most afraid of. I still don't think Eiji's that kind of person.
わかるの？
She murmurs her breath, so unlike her usual self. I don't know him that well. It's just a feeling I get.
うん。優しいのね、トウヤくん。ユキにだけじゃなくて、私たちにも。いいの？
Huh? What do you mean? I'm not sure what you meant by that. That if you're too kind to everyone, you know, your kindness eventually means nothing. It's like that's kind of not true, but like relationship-wise, you know, you should kind of pick and choose, you know, mainly because you have a girlfriend, you know, might give off some unintentional signals if you're too nice to random girls.
でも私、まだ兄さんのこと信じていないけれど、もう少し冷静なところからも考えてみるわね。
Also, yeah, you totally should doubt Eiji. He's a fucking piece of shit.
トウヤくんがユキのことすごく優しく冷静に見ているみたい。
But because you don't want to, you're just rationalizing it. Like, no, it's fine, it's fine. Yeah. To be fair, I'm not necessarily doing any of that on purpose. Try trusting your brother a little more. He's your flesh and blood after all. Yeah, and that's how she knows how bad he can get. Hey, at least he's never been publicly called out as a womanizing sleazebag or anything, right?
あんなのに捕まるのなんて不器用な人間ばかりよ。
Yeah?
だってほら、今みたいに私とトウヤくん向き合って内緒のお話ししていても誰も何も言わないでしょ。
Yeah, I guess. Her gaze is resolutely sincere.
多分ここで手を握っても。
Oh, yeah?
誰も。
You really sure we should be talking about this? Rina? She's joking, right? Rinogata. The Rinogata. Would never seriously say something like that to nobody like me. She might say something like that with a deadpan expression and then quickly lose control before bursting out in laughter. Her mirth is charming as always. And then I'd laugh too. Awkwardly, but lightly. Whenever I talk to top idol Rinogata, I always seem to fall for her playful jokes. Her demeanor is always so incredibly classy and charming. But this time, she doesn't smile at me at all. Instead, she reaches her hand out for mine. Just then, the door to the cafe swings open.
リナちゃん。
Yeah, she was just reaching for a cup. She handed me back her cup.
あら、ユキ。
Did you hear what we were talking about? No, it doesn't look that way. I don't think she heard us, but still, her former good mood is completely gone. But what's wrong?
もう帰るって。え？
Oh.
こんばんは、勤労青年。
Eh? Eiji. Yoi quickly appears behind them, nodding silently in my direction in greeting.
今夜もご苦労様だ。
More like hardly working. He glances at me briefly before turning his attention to Rina beside
す
me,
まないな。
by my side.
今すぐ戻ってくる。
急にどういうこと？
どうもこうもないさ。帰るんだ。
Yeah, just let's get you out of here. He approaches Rina as he speaks, grabbing her upper arm firmly. Hey, hang on a minute, Eiji.
どうした？
Not like I know what's going on. Aren't Yuki and Rina on break right now?
よくわからないんだったら
Okay, so this is basically a
Look, I got
repeat of the
the
scene we
Makase.
had last time, but this time, you know, just Rina's here also. At the very least, I'd appreciate it if you didn't go messing up with the scant free time they have for that reason.
どうやくん。
説明ね。ユキちゃんにはしたぞ。それとも君に説明したら、はいどうぞって彼女を俺に渡して、
Yeah,
いって
yeah,
らっ
yeah.
しゃいお気をつけて。なんて
We've done the song and dance. He looks down at me condescendingly, a tinge of annoyance in his offhanded laughter.
ああ、そんな怖い顔するなよ。ユキちゃん怯えちゃってるよ。
Nah, she'll think it's hot. Girls like it when you fight for them.
弥生さん。
はい。
Makes a deliberate show of patting Yuki's hair before handing her off to Yoi. Weird.
めんどくさいな、君も。もう少しリベラルな彼氏だと思ってたのにな。ああ、わかったってば。たった今、俺新しい曲の全体的な主旋律が浮かんだの。メロディーをね。
Hey, just write on a napkin. Here, we got plenty.
だからちょっとユキちゃんの声が欲しいって思ったんだ。それやっとかないと、ハーモニー部分くっつけられる自信ないからね、俺。
Yeah, you just gotta lock in.
それにリナ。そんな勝手に俺のそば離れられたら困るんだけどな。
そうは見えなかったけれど、どちらかっていうと。
Yeah, you know, just sending her off to, you know, tour around the country.
言っているみたいに見えたわ。
She responds bluntly.
おい、リナ。
He shoots me a look that's like, see what I have to deal with?
どうしたんだ最近。イラついてるみたいだぜ。
兄さんくらいにはイラついているかもね。
ああ。
Yeah.
なんだリナまで。
Yeah, how does the shoe feel now that it's on the other foot?
要するにだ。俺今ユキちゃんが必要なわけ。森川ユキが。
Seems to be talking to me. But before I can say anything else, Rina cuts me off once again.
何も行かないなんて言っていないわよ。唐突すぎて、ユキやトウヤ君が困っているって言っているだけ。
Yeah, you're rude as fuck.
いつもそう。大丈夫。
Yeah, what are you gonna do if your fucking talent, you know, starts to despise you because you keep fucking things up?
いつもってな。
AG extends his hands towards Rina.
やめて。少しは人のことも考えて。
そうか。嫌だったらそれでもいい。リナ、お前の意見を尊重しよう。
Yeah, you could just work at a different agency.
俺と来るのが嫌なんだったらいつまでもそこにいろ。藤井君といつまでも話してていいぞ。
With that, he turns his back on us.
さあ、ユキちゃんは一緒に行くよな。今俺に必要なのはとりあえずユキちゃんだけなんだから。
Look, Rina, I know we said we trusted AG, but can you go anyway, you know, and run interference for us? Rina stiffens visibly in response to his words.
そういうことだからさ。俺たち行くぜ、リナ。車出すからな。
I can tell he's being deadly serious this time.
誰も行かないなんて。
She takes a small step forward, her slender body shaking. Never seen her get this overwhelmed by emotion before.
いい子だ。
He reaches over and ruffles her hair. He brusquely shoves his hand away.
わかったわかった。じゃあ急ごう。俺のインスピレーションが消えちゃう前にだ。
Yeah, off you go. With that ridiculous parting remark, AG exits the cafe. Ugh. I stand there in shock, my head hanging in shame for a moment longer before returning to the bar. The guy, AG, freaks me out. Step back behind the bar without a single word. My boss remains equally silent. Place is dead without a single customer. The only sound is the music playing quietly and peacefully throughout the cafe. All right, time to stay at home for another week. As I sit here and sip coffee and think about what I'm going to do for lunch, because it's already, you know, almost 3, and I'm getting kind of hungry. Don't worry, I'm not stopping just yet. I know that's normally like the segue I used to end an episode, but we're not stopping at just an hour. That's pathetically short. Go for at least an hour and a half, and then that's when I'll pull the plug. Probably also go through and reorganize my my backup drive for where I keep these episodes after I'm done uploading them. Because I haven't done it in a long time. In fact, I probably still have like Full Metal Team and Muramasa episodes I need to put on there. And yeah, definitely these. And also delete the recording library of raw footage, which is also still full of Muramasa episodes, and it's probably like getting close to over 100 gigabytes of just random videos that I don't need. Just the raw footage that hasn't been, exported yet. Well, it's already been exported, but now because it has been exported, I don't need it, so it's just junk. Just junk slowing down my PC for no reason. Not today. Tomorrow. Tomorrow is when we have an event. And then after that, oh, that's rough. Yeah, after today's event, not a single thing left until Valentine's Day. That's over 2 weeks of staying at home. Wordle. Someone's calling. A clap. Yes, this is Fuji speaking. As soon as I pick up the phone, they immediately say my name, as if to confirm who I am. Who's calling me? The voice sounds familiar. Rina? There's a short pause before she answers. No problem. I'm the only one who'd answer anyway. I mean, maybe on a line without caller ID, but, with caller ID, you don't really have to. Oh, right. Rina is pretty strict when it comes to etiquette. Well, I guess being an idol means she's more sensitive about making sure she protects her image. So much so that it's pretty unusual for her to forget such a common social platitude. Are you tired, Rina? A little spacey, but not exactly. You just seem kind of out of it. Are you busy? She is the front runner for first place. I guess her ability goes beyond simple talent, huh? Everyone else. Naturally, that includes Yuki too. Rina seems to have no qualms about competing against her younger sister-like colleague, Yuki. Whatever the outcome, I'll be praying that both of them can give the competition their best shot. Is there something I can do for you today? Try to figure out why she's calling, only to once again be met by silence. Rina? Did you hit your head? She suddenly begins hemming and hawing. What's going on with her today? Rina's usually the one who prefers cutting right to the chase without wasting time. Do you need me to come in as an AD? She's being weirdly evasive. So, is there something you want to talk to me about? Huh? You just wanted to talk? Okay. Oh, I see. So in other words, she just wanted to chat? No, it's fine. You know me. I'm never really busy anyway. It's staying at home for like the past month. It's great. If they're worrying about catching me at a bad time, I feel like our usual positions have been flipped. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, kind of. Not with this phone call, just kind of like everything that's happened. It's kind of, throwing life out into like turmoil. But hey, is what it is. Not on the slightest. I was honestly just hanging around my room doing nothing. But also, you shouldn't have to worry about all that kind of stuff when you're calling a friend,
友達
You're the one who said it. Yeah, of course.
そうね友達ってそういうものよね
Exactly. Don't worry about it so much.
渡したらまた東也くんに慰めてもらってる
Yeah? All I did was talk to you on the phone, though.
でもそれが私には特別なことなの
Want to hear her say how her phone call means a lot to her? I feel my heart skip a beat.
だって兄さんやユキとは現場で顔を合わせるからこんな風に電話でお話しする友達
Yeah,
は
not a
東也
work,
くんだけだし
a work friend. Sure you might be, friends that you work with, that you hang out with outside work too, but having a completely separate friend out of that, that circle, it's good. Oh, right. That makes sense. Thinking about it, it seems kind of obvious that she wouldn't have any work friends. Our ideas of what makes this call meaningful might be different, but that doesn't change the fact that I'm the only one Rina calls, and I feel truly honored. Huh? Is that a car horn? Are you outside?
ええちょうどスタジオを出たとね
Yeah?
今からそっちに行ってもいいかな
Huh? Your question catches me completely off guard. Rina? Coming here? Right now?
ごめんなさいそしたらまたわがまま言って
No, we can hang out, watch
さ
TV.
せられたら東也くんも
What is it? It's like late 90s? You got Dreamcast? Probably, because it's Japan, Sega. And you want to play Magical Knight Rayearth? Is that a Dreamcast game or is that a Saturn game? As quickly as she brought it up, she retracts her request to come visit me. She's acting really weird today, in so many ways. Something must have happened. Get out of here, Grindsoft anti-malware. Every single day it asks me to update. It's like, yes, I understand, cybersecurity is important, but fuck off. I'm busy. I get the feeling it's probably related to work. But if she wants to come here, then it means she wants to talk about something. Well, it's not like I'm doing anything of grave importance right now. And I know exactly what to say at a time like this when a friend's clearly in trouble. That's fine. Come on over.
でも
I was pretty bored anyway. Besides, you shouldn't have to feel shy or anything. We're friends.
ごめんなさい
Her voice is so quiet that I can barely hear her. I answer in as cheerful a voice as I can muster, acting like I didn't hear her. Do you want me to wait here for you, or are you gonna get a ride over? Or, hold on, let's try that whole sentence again. Do you want me to wait here for you? You're gonna get a ride over, right? Or should I meet you somewhere?
あ待ってやっぱり外で会いましょうできれば伊吹町の近くで人の少ないところがいいんだ
Yeah,
けど
we can't draw any more background, CGs. Gotta go to the station. Oh, there's a park near the station. Think you can find it?
ええ
Wait, how do you know about it?
ほら大晦日の時東也くんの家まで行ったから
You really saw it?
他に公園はないわよね
Nope. There's only one near the station. But are you sure you want to meet there? Wouldn't you prefer a cafe or something?
東也くんと気兼ねなくお話ししたいからだからコーヒーよりも二人きりを優先で
Alone with me. I know I shouldn't read too much into those words, and yet my heart starts racing in response.
それじゃ伊吹町の公園ということでこれからまた会うけ
It's
ど
pumping that blood somewhere, and it's not your brain, I can tell you that. I'm practically out the door.
急がなくていいわよ私もゆっくり行くから
Okay, sure. Okay then, let's Whoops. Almost forgot my key. There's no way I could take my time after Rina asked me to meet her. Despite her telling me not to rush, I found myself doing just that as I run out the door. To be fair, I easily get to the meeting point before she does, even if I walked really slowly. Can't help but feel like I need to hurry. I race over the dry asphalt in the direction of the park. Thankful that it's not snowing today. By clouds of my breath obscure my vision. I wave them away in annoyance, despite knowing they'll vanish within seconds. Still not here yet. But she said that she was on her way. She was just outside the studio, meaning it still might be another 5 minutes. Not nearly enough time to go somewhere else and come back. So I'll stay put. Just like brew dramatically next to that fountain. Still, when she called, she made it seem like she needed to see me right away, despite her words saying otherwise. Maybe it's something she can't talk about on the phone? Still, the Rina I know would have at least mentioned she had something she wanted to talk to me about ahead of time instead of leaving me completely in the dark. Meaning something must have happened. Yuki and Eiji are always nearby. She wanted to meet me outside. Her wanting to meet me outside of work means that it might be something she doesn't want them to overhear. Either that, or maybe she just wanted to see me. Yeah, right. Right? Hang on a second. That girl running in my direction. Is it Rina? Oh, it's still too early for her to be here. Not enough time has passed. Though from where I'm standing, it looks like her. Huh? Is it really Rina? How did she get here so fast? Rina? Huh? She runs right by me, seemingly without seeing me. I watch as she looks around frantically. As she struggles to catch her breath, she smooths her coat and tousled hair. Then she begins walking again, looking far less frazzled. It's no time to be standing here, silently watching her go. Rina! It's me. You ran here?
別にそういうわけじゃないけど、
Her denial sounds almost reflexive.
トウヤ君こそ汗かいてる。
Oh, yeah. Not like I ran here or anything, though. I was just doing, like burpees, you know? Jumping push-ups because got bored waiting.
そうなんだ。
What exactly did we both run here for? To be fair, I'd rather have gotten here first than taken my time and made her wait. Why don't we go sit on that bench instead of standing here?
いいわ、ここで。向こうだと人目につきそうだし。
A little more inconspicuous, huh? I get it. I want to avoid more public spots because you're not incognito today.
控室に戻る時間がもったいなくて、そのまま来ちゃった。
I would have been fine. Like I said, I was just killing time. More importantly, wouldn't it be a huge mess if someone sees you?
大丈夫よ。ほら、もう夕暮れでしょ。この時間帯って他人には注意を払わないものだから。
Is that how it works? Why's that?
みんなどこかに帰ろうとしてるから。
Going home. No one cares about what other people are doing. They just want to get home. Makes sense. Everyone's en route to where they belong. From students going home to salesmen heading back to the office. And in the midst of all that, we're meeting in the park. That's far too figurative for me to see it as romantic. Someone as famous as you, Rina, it's better to err on the side of caution, like slipping past crowds of people as quickly as possible. But that just makes you stand out even more. I didn't say you did. At any rate, I guess we're standing here. We slip around behind the nearby fountain. So, what's going on? Weren't you busy getting ready for the music festival?
たまたま次のレッスンがキャンセルになって。
Oh, so you suddenly had some free time?
そんなところ。
So that's the only reason she wanted to see me?
それともう一つ。
What thing?
さあ、何かしら。
Stop acting like you don't know.
そうね。
She takes a deep breath, as if calming herself down like earlier.
ユキへのメッセンジャー役。
Oh,
トウヤくんの様子を教えてあげたら、あの子喜ぶかなと思って。
that's the real reason why she's here? Thinking about it rationally, makes sense. What exactly was I hoping for? Her willingness to take time out of her own busy schedule to do something nice for Yuki is very sweet. Kinda jealous of Yuki. Well, that's very nice of you. Wait, why am I jealous of Yuki?
持ちつ持たれつよ。私が大変な時にはユキにも助けてもらうから。
Having said that, she's the type to try and handle everything on her own until she absolutely can't. How is Yuki doing anyway? She hasn't caught any colds or anything, right?
ええ、体の方はむしろ元気すぎるくらいよ。今朝も健康の基本は喉だって周りにうがいを勧めて回ってたわ。
Walking around the station gargling? The mixture of salt and warm water, right?
そう、それ。
Of course.
最近だとそこに正しい手の洗い方が加わって、
Oh yeah? And what is it?
まずは手首から洗うんだとか。
Alright. Really? Why the wrists? Is she really okay? No recent fevers or anything? No head injuries that are making her wacky? She must share a similar sense of humor, that she's able to hold back her laughter. She resumes talking about Yuki between giggles, still
ユ
clearly
キは大
amused.
丈夫よ。それにユキには兄さんがつきっきりだから。
Oh,
あれでユキの体調には気
great.
をつけてるみたいだし。
Yeah, that's exactly what we want to hear. Yeah, I had no idea. So it's with Eiji, huh? Nope. Don't read too much into it. I mean, Yuki's an up-and-coming idol. Eiji is a producer, composer, and president of her management company. In fact, they've spent practically every day together ever since she joined his company with a specific goal of becoming a famous idol. The only thing that's different is the way I've come to feel about it.
あら、意外と余裕ね。
With what?
そうでもないのかしら。
What are you talking about?
安心して。今日は篠塚さんも一緒だから、兄さんだって手は出せないわ。
I'm not worried about that. States. Huh? What? What word did I even say? Despite still being a relative newcomer into the industry, she has someone by her side to support her. Even with the dizzying amount of work on her plate, I know she's incredibly happy with where she is. Except for the fact, she goes back to her apartment and, cries at night alone. Probably not every day, but, it is a thing that happens. And I should be happy for her. Even more so when I think about her.
ユキが元気で残念だった。
What makes you say that?
彼氏としては
As her boyfriend?
食事も喉を通らないくらい寂しがっていてほしかった。
Oh, you know it. I'm eating enough. Though, to be fair, I can't say with any confidence that she's entirely wrong. What?
冗談よ。
あ？
ユキ、寂しがってるわ。いくらファンやスタッフに囲まれていてもね。恋は別だから。自分の恋だけは恋でしか埋めようがないから。
Rina.
でも、お仕事の方はちゃんとやっ
Damn,
てるわ
really
よ。
pushing that dagger deep, huh?
なんだかんだ言って強い
Making
から。
us feel bad about this, huh? Alright. I see how it is.
マイクの前では寂しさなんてお首にも出さない。
She's always been that way, even when we were kids. She seems fickle and unreliable, and yet she uses her anxieties and weaknesses as a springboard towards the future. Seeing her trying so hard is encouraging in its own way. But it also makes me feel like she's leaving me behind at the same time. Though, I know how selfish that viewpoint is.
私は多分ダメね。もし好 きな人ができてずっと会えなかったらきっと我慢できなくなる。無理にでも会いに行っちゃうかな。
Yeah? Even like running off to the park on a weird time?
なんて
The moment
ろ
you
くに恋もしたことないのに
you
ね。
have a spare few hours? She flashes a self-deprecating smile. Comes off as a show of courage or loneliness. She talks about love as if it's something out of her reach. Unlike Yuki, Rina comes off as strong. Well, no, she is strong, and yet at her core, she's unexpectedly fragile and sensitive. Well, yeah, you do that. You build up that strong exterior to protect that fragile, gooey center. So that way nothing can hurt it. And I can't help but feel somewhat closer to her because of it. Changes her from an idol on stage, seemingly so impossibly far away, to an ordinary girl. She looks at me hesitantly. I get the feeling that our time together here in the park is coming to a close. She averts her gaze almost apologetically.
ごめんなさい。
She rummages through her coat pocket, searching for the source of the annoying noise.
はい、尾形です。はい。いえ、
Oh,
そう
the
ですか。
time? Oh, wow, really flew by, huh?
すぐに戻ります。でも、いつもすみません。なるべく早く戻ります。それでは。
That's all too easy for me to figure out what that phone call was about. And yet, neither of us seems to want to talk about it. Months pass in silence. So, about that session that you said got canceled.
もう行かないと。
Sure.
私、こんなつもりじゃ。
Yeah, I know.
ごめんなさいね。バタバタしちゃって。これじゃあ、トウヤくんを無理に連れ出しただけだよね。
Don't worry about it. I always enjoy our conversations.
また連絡するわ。必ずこの埋め合わせはするから。
Her usual laid-back smile quickly resurfaces. I'd been pretty worried based on her behavior over the phone, since it was so unlike how she usually acts, but I guess I read too much into it. In person, she was back to her usual self, Rina that I've become very familiar with.
それじゃ、またね。
Yep, later. She rushes past me. Even her profile, which I glimpsed out of the corner of my eye, looks the same as always. What was that just now? Can't help but think she's putting on a brave face. It's easy enough to fake a smile, after all. I have a feeling that, with her back turned, that smile was quickly replaced by a far more somber expression. I force down the words I want to say, frowning at the unfairness of it all. My anxiety comes rushing back. I have nothing I can point to with any certainty as evidence. As I watch her walk away, it's impossible for me to picture a smile on her face. Can I really let her walk off like this? Stop her. Hey. It's enough to stop her in her tracks, despite how quiet my voice is. But she makes no move to turn around. That's enough to make me think I've lost my chance.
何？
Yes. I nod vaguely as I remember something else. Our phone call earlier. It's pretty out of character, almost unthinkable for Rina to put her feelings before anyone else's. But there's something else going on here. Because of this anxiety. Perhaps something brought about by the music festival itself. But she was able to somehow calm herself down before she reached the park. She didn't want to bother me with her problems, even up to the last minute. Though, it wouldn't have bothered me at all. I was wondering, can I come over? Rina asked me that. I remember being overjoyed, thinking she felt comfortable coming to me for help. Can't do much, but I can at least listen to her problems, which might have been all she needed to keep going. All I want is for her to open up, at least a little, so she doesn't keep everything bottled up inside. And until that happens, I'll still be there to support her in any way I can. That's what I want to tell her, even if things take a turn for the worse. I have a message for Yuki.
あ、うん。
Please tell her this. That I'm really worried about Rina.
伝えていいの？
When I was a kid, I took everything at face value. Good luck. The little phrase says everything. But when we become adults, we realize that there are hidden meanings to everything. Yeah. I fumbled my way through an attempt at cheering her up. Actually, what I really want to say is that there's no need to get worked up over stuff like the music festival. Everyone on TV and in the magazines is saying that Rina's the prime candidate for first place. Who cares what actually happens? That's proof enough that everyone knows how talented Rina is. No matter what anyone says, there will never be anyone like her. It's not good enough as far as encouragement goes. But she still seems to be waiting for me to continue. But can't say I necessarily agree, because I want you to get first place. It would be unfair if you didn't, because you are number one, and you've worked so hard. What am I saying, right? All I ever do is make a mess of everything. Sorry for burdening you with my selfish ramble.
迷惑だなんてそんな。
Well then, good luck with the music festival. Oh, I know I really don't have to tell you that. A rapidly rising sense of shame and guilt pushes me back. I start walking away from the park while trying hard not to run, lacking the courage to look back at her. I hear the sound of crunching under shoes behind me. I'm sorry. So sorry. I don't know why I said that.
待って。
I hear her trying to call me back. I can't seem to stop my feet from moving.
あ、もう。
She catches up to me right away. Don't even have time to turn around.
せっかく我慢してたのに。
I feel her sigh on my back, followed by the sweet scent of her hair. She's so close, incredibly close. It's almost like we're one being. Part of my back where she's pressing her forehead against me suddenly heats up.
そうね。
Really, through your, like, multiple layers of clothing? That's not really how it works, but sure, bud.
私いっぱいいっぱいだわ。なんだか必死になればなるほどうまくいかなくて、今まで自分がどんな風に歌っていたのか。むしろ
That happens.
しぼんだ風船かしら。
You know, you start getting hyper conscious of the things you're doing and you just forget how to do them. There's no sign of anyone else around. The lamppost looking down on us is still dark. The world somehow seems even more vivid being alone with Rina in a corner of a tiny park.
本当はね、声を聞くだけにしようと思ってたの。
That's why he called me?
でも、トヤ君の
She's like, I need more. Her words dissipate into a deep sigh. One of acceptance, of relief. It's pretty rough, huh? I can't help but feel embarrassed about my lack of vocabulary, especially at a time like this. But she doesn't seem to mind, and instead purrs happily, like a cat.
もう、トヤ君だけよ。これじゃダメだって。無理やり気分を上げていくんだけどね。気ばかり焦っちゃって空回り。
Hey, just fake it till you make it.
それなのに
Just bottle those feelings up deep down and, you know, toss them in a dark corner of your mind where you'll never have to deal with it ever again. Until there's no more room for the bottles and they start overflowing out the door. You can't open up the door to toss in a new bottle without them coming out.
まるでピエロね。
Even top idols make mistakes sometimes. But I guess she doesn't want anyone to know when she does.
あ、ダメ。やっぱり今日は変。いろんなこと口走っちゃいそ
It's fine. Let it out.
う。でも、
None of them can hear you right now. I can tell she's about to say something, but then changes her mind. Still a hesitant feeling in the air between us. You're in rough shape, huh? Aren't we all, bud? I can faintly feel her head nod against my back as she speaks. Do you know why? Her hesitation is answer enough, the length satisfying the severity.
こんなの初めてだから、もしかしたら兄さんなしで本番に臨むかもなんて。
Why wouldn't he be there? Don't tell me he's in the hospital.
体調を崩したわけじゃないわ。
Yeah, he'd be with Yuki instead.
ここしばらく
Yeah.
ユキにつきっきりで。
Feeling like you got sidelined a bit. Talking about the incident at Echoes? That time when I was working at the cafe and AG suddenly appeared before whisking them away. I remember what a foul mood he'd been in because I'd been there. Perhaps that resentment towards me still remains?
誤解しないで。東也くんは関係ないから。
Yeah.
今兄さんはユキのレッスンに専念してるの。
Her training? Hearing her name again catches me off guard and leaves me feeling unsettled. It's like, oh yeah, my girlfriend that I love, yeah, her. That woman, yeah. Luckily, my faint agitation isn't strong enough for her to feel something wrong. Rina sighs softly yet sadly, like she's sympathizing with Yuki's plight.
仕方ないわ。ユキはまだ走り始めたばかりだから、今は兄さんが必要なのよ。
But that help comes at the expense of him abandoning you.
別にユキがエコひいきされてるわけじゃないの。あの人、
Yeah.
そういうことができるほど人間が器用じゃないから。
And considering how he tried to put the moves on her last time, he's actually not good at this. That's a pretty harsh burn if you step back and think about it. Or from a different perspective, you might call it evidence of our faith in AG's steady hand as a producer.
ただ、兄さんと私では公平という言葉の解釈が違う。兄さんはユキを私のいるところまで引き上げようとしてるの。きっと
Yeah.
私たちを対等な立場で戦わせたいのね。私としてはどちらにも同じだけの力
Oh,
を
well, it's
注
the
いでほし
difference
いんだ
between, like, equality and equity, you know. It's the whole fucking thing, you know, the three people with the fence and the boxes trying to see the baseball game. You know. So that's the problem, huh? Definitely sounds like something AG would do. Doesn't seem to care at all about Rina, about his sister's feelings. Well, sounds like a tough situation. It's hard to say if he made the right choice or not. And I doubt he's doing any of this maliciously, or that he wants to hurt her. Which is probably why, with nowhere to turn, she's been bottling up her frustrations this whole time.
事務所の戦略としても間違ってはいないわ。正直ユキの成長には驚かされる。このままいけば尾形プロが最優秀賞
Hell
優
yeah.
秀賞独占ということも夢じゃないかもしれない。
Just a clean sweep.
どちらがトップになるかは別として。
That sounds like she's in a difficult position. She probably assumed her showdown with Yuki would be much later in her career. Thanks to AG of all people, it's going to happen at one of the most prestigious music competitions in Japan. For AG, it has nothing to do with whether Rina or Yuki is the best idol or singer. What matters to him is creating a performance that best showcases his own talents, meaning Yuki and Rina are nothing more than additional stage props. But in this case, Rina is AG's sister, and he should, by all rights, be taking her feelings into consideration. Or is that him letting her train mostly on her own? Hold on, let me try that. Or is it that him letting her train mostly on her own is evidence of how much he trusts her to take down the competition without his help? The reality of the situation is that she had to deal with unimaginable levels of both hostility and approval while lacking that precious pillar of support. And despite all that, she still has to work as hard as ever to keep her title as the top idol within the industry. Outstanding success is the baseline for her. Failure would tarnish her reputation as an artist. That's not all. The support she'd lost will be even further out of reach. At times like this, it feels like there's truly nothing I can do other than simply stand there. Rina, I feel like such a loser. You're under so much stress, and there's nothing I can do to help.
ううん気づいてくれるだけでいいのこうして話を聞いてくれ
Yeah, just gotta like look on the bright side. You know, if you weren't here, she'd be completely alone. No, even if you're not very good at it, you know, at least you're trying. I feel her lean a bit more of her weight on my back.
情けないのは私の方こういうこと相談できる相手もいないなんて今まで本当に音楽のことばかりだっただから話し相手も兄さんばか
That
り
sounds awful.
兄さんに手を引かれるようにしてここまで来たから私にとっては兄さんだけだったでも兄さんはそうじゃなかったのね
Yeah, you're kind of the interchangeable parts to him.
ユキが現れてからは
Rina.
兄さんとユキのことでやきもきしてたのもきっと自分自身が不安
Well,
だったから
the other idols, I guess. Not
兄
Yuki
さん
though.
を取られるんじゃないか
He's kind of got like, you know, a little head over heels, but that's beside the point.
トウヤ君を巻き込んだのも多分自分勝手な理由なんだわごめんなさいね
Oh, just be like real fucking petty about it. Well, if that fucking bitch Yuki took something of mine, I'm gonna take something of hers. And that's really your motivation for seducing our poor innocent man here who did nothing wrong. He has no blame, no blame in any of this that's happening at all. Nothing at all for how fucked this relationship is getting. You don't have to.
結局は私が不器用だったのよ今までろくに友達も作ってこなかったから知らなかった二人と一人ではこんなにも違うのね誰も支えてくれる人がいないって
Yup.
本当に怖い
I'm far from qualified to take on that role in her life. There's no way a nobody like me could support someone as famous as Rina. But
ダオヤ君にこんなこと言ったって
hey man, sometimes we just gotta trauma dump, you know? It
ごめんな
happens.
さいね今日の私謝ってばかりね
Even if I'm not a musical genius, I can still support Rina in other ways. Like what I'm doing right now by listening to her. She finally feels comfortable enough to open up to me about how she truly feels. Then her apologies will actually mean something instead of ringing hollow. You cry on my shoulder whenever you need to. It's the least I can do for you, Rina. If giving her a spaced event is all it takes to make her feel better, then there's no reason to balk at that.
そういうこと軽い気持ちで言っちゃダメよ女はずっと覚えてるんだから
I mean, it's not like that was a really high bar promise right there. That one was pretty simple. I don't think you'll have any issue with that one. Good. I don't want you to forget.
ずっと
Yes, I promise. As long as you continue singing.
なかなか難しい注文ね私だって年も取るしいつまでも現役ってわけにはいかないから
I don't care if you're middle-aged or singing from the nursing home. If you're the top idol or standing center stage. I just love your voice and your music you make. It's nothing to do with you being a top idol.
もうどうやくんったらひどいこと言うのねまるで最初から私が負けるみたいに
Drip. I hear a faint tremble in her voice. I can feel her body shake against my back. Someone shot her. The sniper hit her.
やだもう
That was the sound of blood hitting the
早く
floor.
のせいよ急に変なこと言い出すからでもどうしてユキがトウヤくんのこと好きになったのか
I never said those things to her. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up. I've never said anything like this to Yuki. Only to you, Rina. Yeah, just let that settle in. Rina.
見ないで。今の私、アイドルの顔じゃなくなってるから。
Yeah. Rina is alone. Up until now, she's always been truly alone. She's never had a shoulder to cry on like this. I reach down and silently hold her hand on my waist. Like I'm trying to protect her bare skin from the cold, dry air.
トウヤ君、もう少しこうしててもいい？
Sure. Yikes. Damn, fucking stayed here all night? At some point, our words dried up, and it felt like we'd been standing there forever. And yet, the winter cold didn't seem to bother us as twilight transitioned into night. The breeze was starting to pick up, the bitter chill I'd grown used to was gone. Spring is just around the corner. I can feel the changing seasons on my skin. Really, in fucking January? Yeah, late January. Oh yeah, I can feel spring. No, you fucking don't. You goddamn liar. It's like at least another 2 months off. Goddamn living close to the equator, fucking ass. Not having proper seasons, motherfucker. Anyway, with that, you know, just complete emotional breakdown and cheating on her girlfriend that just happened right there. That is where we're going to end it here for today. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell. See you guys on next time for the next episode of A White Album Memories Like Falling Snow, where we will continue to dig this hole deeper and abandon Yuki all alone. Brave the hard truths of the world without us. Anyway, I'm going to go see if I can find lyrics that I can hard sub onto the video there when she was singing. Anyway, yeah, I've said my bit. Oh, I didn't mean to hit that. I better stop before I fuck it up even more. Bye.